short video about the 1983 G.I. Joe Amphibious personnel carrier. And right now you're looking at the box for one. And yeah, before I get into that and kind of taking a look at it, I thought we'd kind of go over and look at the 1983 G.I. Joe team who came out that year along with the carrier. And yeah, I guess I have another vehicle in here too beside him, so might as well talk about that a bit too. That's the Wolverine, which was pretty much a tank with missiles on the top, and that was really cool. I remember I got that one, I believe, for an Easter gift, 1983, and was super excited about that because I saw it at the store, and CoverGirl, that's CoverGirl, the box art I really loved. I thought, wow, like that is really cool. And with the explosion and everything, and I thought that was something I wanted to have for sure. So I was able to get that one. My parents got it for me for Easter, and I would have preferred that over anything, chocolate or anything. I'm sure I got some chocolate too that year, but this thing would have been the end all be all for me. And this particular one's an American version, and in 1983 it was $9.95 at a place called Self Service. It looks like it's like a catalog place, maybe the same type that we have up here, or that we used to have up here, the now defunct Consumer Distributing, where you would go in there and order or write down the information on the card from a catalog, and then they'd bring it out to you, or hopefully bring it out to you. Anyway, there's 83 CoverGirl. She's in there still, and the rest of the 83 Joes are airborne. He's sitting on top of the Wolverine there, and 83 Gung Ho Doc, who's a medic. Gung Ho was a Marine, of course. He's got the tattoo on his chest. Not wetsuit. That's a torpedo. Wetsuit's a later water guy, aquatic guy. That was the original water guy, diver, which is a torpedo. And then, of course, Wild Bill, who came with the Dragonfly. And 83 version of Stalkers in there. I didn't include in here the repaint 83s because I have all the original 82 straight arms, and I didn't want to put them in here with all these guys because pretty much they're just repaints of the 82 straight arms. But the 83 Stalker, I kind of have a habit of putting him everywhere because I just like him a lot. He's my favorite character and favorite figure, so he pops up everywhere in my collection. But anyway, behind him is Ace, who of course came with the Sky Striker, and then there's Silver Pad's Grand Slam, which is a repaint of the original red padded Grand Slam. And there's Tripwire behind him, who's known as a clumsy guy, which is quite a bit of a joke because he's a mine detector guy. So to have him clumsy is kind of funny, but that was always the humor about him on his file card. And then Tan Grunt, which came with the glider. And of course Snow Job there on the right, Arctic Trooper. And CoverGirl. So yeah, and there's a 83 catalog. That's a French version there. Yeah, so anyway, we'll get back to the A.P.C. and have a look at it. So here it is here. The G.I. Joe Amphibious Personnel Carrier, 1983. This is the box for it. Canadian version. It's got the French on it too. The same one I had pretty much when I was a kid. Not this exact box, of course, but this is the box for it. And it has the bright, brilliant Hector art that he always did. And just a stunning box that totally, every time you walked in the toy store, would just grab your eye. And I always liked this side image here of all the Joes that you could cram into it. And this one was called the Amphibious carrier because it floated. And I remember bringing it into the bathtub with me on occasion and loading it up with a bunch of Joes and having a battle in there. And I think on mine the decals came off eventually in some spots because I had it in the tub so much. But yeah, one of the cool things about it for sure was loading it up with guys, like whoever you had, your 82 or your 83 newly bought guys. And there's a picture of the top of the box of that. Pretty much got everybody in there. I don't know how many guys it can hold that advertise on the package, but you can see there it has a ton, plus the 2 drivers. And flip it around over here. You can put it behind what we're looking at over here. There's the back of the box. And yeah, it has all the information on it there. Pretty awesome vehicle. Kind of the first bigger vehicle. There was a Dragonfly helicopter that was cool, and then of course the base, the G.I. Joe headquarters, and then this thing. And yeah, I have all my 83 guys I popped in there to kind of symbolize what's on the back of the box art. And I did this so often with my guys, and it was always so much fun. You could imagine like the conversations they'd have and different things. And I have 2 versions here. I got a Canadian one and an American one. Here's the American one. It's in a little bit better shape, and it still has the seat belts. It's kind of a rare piece for these that sometimes is missing. I don't know if you can see in there or not that they're there, but they're in there, and they're designed to hold the figures in place. And on here, I didn't bother with the seat belts because it's pretty tough to have all the guys in there and then have the seat belt on. It would pop into this little rivet right here and go all the way down. Let's see who we have piloting or driving this thing. Oh, look, it's CoverGirl. That's not a surprise. She's an awesome driver of the Wolverine, so not a surprise there. I always liked the canvas top that you could take off. It was actually plastic, of course, but I thought that was cool. These tabs always break. And this one here, this one's broken. On my other version I have over there, it's in really good shape, and I don't really mess with it too much to keep it that way. This is more the one that I kind of play around with a bit. And when me and Shane have battles, we'll use this one. But yeah, I remember I just had a memory when I was talking about the Wolverine a few minutes ago in the case there before I moved all these guys into their seats here. I remember back in '83 getting that Wolverine with CoverGirl and absolutely loving it. And then I remember going over to my cousin's house, my cousin Jeremy, shortly after that, and he was a really cool guy. I looked up to him. He was about 5 years older than me, kind of like my brother. My brother was 4 years older, and they were friends, but he was into some awesome stuff, like different music, and he was a great guitar player, and he always liked bands like Motley Crue and Van Halen and all that type stuff, right? So G.I. Joe was huge then too, and he was kind of interested in that. He was kind of asking me about it and stuff, and it turns out that my Nana, who was my grandmother, she bought me another G.I. Joe gift, I just remembered, for Easter that year too, and gave it to me at their house, along with an Easter bunny, chocolate Easter bunny, one of the big ones you get from that company, Allen. And anyway, so I remember opening it there and playing with it, and I didn't have my guys with me yet. They're at home, so I couldn't really load them in there, but and it didn't come with a guy. It was just a vehicle, but I was playing with it nonetheless, and I remember that. But a funny story about that is I went to bed that night with watching some movies, and I fell asleep eating the Easter bunny, and in the morning I woke up and I felt something kind of sticky and all over me. I was probably, how old? I would only been I guess 8 years old, but I guess I didn't put the Easter bunny away, and because my body heat, it melted all over me and in the sheets and everything. And my cousin came out of his bedroom and came downstairs. His bedroom was downstairs, but yeah, he walked across the room there, and he saw me covered in this chocolate, and he was like, "What the heck?" He's like, "David, what happened to you?" And he was just like laughing at me, and I'll never forget that, because it was just a hilarious moment. And then I remember my uncle and my aunt, they had to wash the sheets because there was all chocolate everywhere. But so I didn't really get to finish that bunny. But anyway, this vehicle was very, very cool and very fun to play with. And this is a short little look at it. And I guess we'll leave it at that. I highly recommend getting one of these if you don't already have one, because it doesn't really get a lot of love. It's one of those ones that's kind of plain, and people are like, yeah, I could do with it or without it, but I'd rather do with it, man. Like, it's a pretty serious vehicle and really fun. So anyway, okay, take care. See you next time. Bye.
If you don't have one, you've always got your extra sock to stick down your pants.
You've hardly been discreet about your liking of drugs in a Sounds interview. You said that the more records we sell, the more drugs we get. And the drugs are fantastic at the top.
Well, we cleared that one.
Our dollar bills